Hi.
Hi, Beth.
Hi.
Ready for today?
Yeah. This morning, John and I were sitting around having coffee and talking about the coronavirus, which everyone seems to be talking about. And so our conversation sort of led into, how this isolation separates us physically, but also wondering about what unites us about it also. So
Yeah.
that's the conversation we wanted to have this morning.
Today. Yeah, no, I think it's a good one. I
Yeah.
think, it's getting to the heart of how that works really gets into the heart of how we work as people. Like what is it that causes us to believe certain things, you know? And those beliefs are held very strongly. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
whether it's religion,
Yeah.
that's a strong belief system. Or if it develops into prejudice because people look different, they sound different, the color of their skin is different. Okay, so now I have a belief system that has prejudice in it. It also has, very strongly held ideas that we consider right or wrong. So, what do you think?
Well, I don't know because see, I think we all have our comfort zones, and the things that make us or help us to feel comfortable are those belief systems that say this is right, this is wrong, and those are important for keeping, order. But sometimes if they go too far, where you begin to feel one person is better than another person because of such and such, either their religious beliefs or
Right.
you know
Yeah. Or political
their
beliefs.
economic status.
Political?
Yeah, political. Yeah.
Yeah, political
Yeah,
beliefs
it's
are a
I
big
mean, and
thing.
that's a big challenge right now because people's political beliefs can be so deeply felt
Yes.
that
Yeah, that's
people can react as if the other person doesn't have a right to be where they are or think the way they think.
Right.
And those are the kinds of extremes that I feel cause us, at least for me, want to go more deeply inside, more deeply so I come to that place where I am feeling what unites us. I mean, underneath it all, if you take away the onion skins, all those layers of beliefs, what we have are a beating heart and our connection with God or cosmic source or whatever you call it.
Yeah, there's this new song that James Taylor just recorded on his latest album. I think the album's called American Standards, and it's called the one of the verses that really strikes me is he sings that by 7 or 8 we learn how to hate. And we learn how to follow our
Environmental
yes.
clues or cues.
Yeah, exactly. In how our relations, meaning our family, what they believe in. By 7 or 8, I learn how to do that, whatever they are. And if it is hateful, then I learn how to hate. And that's all part of what makes us who we are. It's this learning, training.
So what you're saying is it's learned behavior.
Yeah,
And a
it's
child
all
is
learned
not
behavior.
born knowing that this person or that person. I
no.
have an 8-month-old, 9-month-old granddaughter.
Yeah.
And she's completely oblivious to everything.
Exactly.
She's happy to see anybody.
Exactly.
She responds to how people approach her heart to heart and nothing else.
Exactly. Yeah, and so we would sort of have the belief, see, there's another belief system. But if the belief can be based on experience, I suppose, well, it's even more complicated than that because anybody could have a good or bad experience with anybody, depending upon how you take it in. So this is why, we put a lot of emphasis on spending some time every day learning to meditate. And it's because it seems like you can go inside and calm the mind. Well, the mind is not, so if you can calm it, then it's not creating these belief systems, right? Now it's calmed down and it's living in the present moment. So now it's not judging because it's not jumping to different ideas about, who I am, who is this person, why should I like them or not. No, it's calm, it's in the present moment, And as it goes deeper and deeper, as you go deeper and deeper as a meditator, you get to touch the heart and what's in the heart.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think
But
it's
it is
important.
a unifying.
But the other thing is outside of meditation, at least for me, when I find myself reacting, I mean, there's some people who talk about mirrors, you know, and that other people are mirrors for what's inside you. So when I find myself reacting to somebody else's statement or belief, I have to look at myself also and understand what is in me that is reacting to that. And so that's another benefit of meditation, because it's when I go inside, I can ask those questions, you know, where is the fault in me that is finding a fault in the other person?
Right.
And so there's,
That's why, in a way, when we talk about, you know, who we are, we lay more emphasis on the essence of who we are, you know, something that's in the heart that is essential and is connected to the source, and the source is connected to love. You know, so if there's love in our hearts, even if we don't see it, you know, it's buried by our beliefs and all that stuff, then the question would be, through meditation, can I uncover that? You know, can I let go of what I think, who I think I am? You know, I'm positive I'm this person who believes this way and holds these things. Can I let go of those as I experience more of this light and love in my heart?
so this isolation, in a sense, gives us an opportunity to spend more time in isolation with our, or just to, you know, kind of
Right. Discovery.
introspect in our inner world.
yeah.
To really, to, I guess, find the connections with the outer world through the inner world,
Right.
you know,
Right.
because if we go deep enough, we're all the same.
Exactly.
Light,
That's the key.
light,
If we go
light,
deep enough,
light,
we're
light.
all the same. And
Yeah.
that's where you can, that's when you start to let go of your prejudice. Because how can I be prejudiced, you know, against somebody if we're the same,
Right.
you know?
Brother against brother or sister against sister, because
Yeah, it all disappears
Yeah.
at the stage when you let go of those belief systems.
you know, it's like it brings to mind this whole, I mean, because we've been, you know, basically isolated for several weeks now,
Right.
and at the end of this, what is it? I mean, how do I want to be different? How will the world be different?
Yeah.
Do we want it to be the same as it used to be, or are there things that we learned from this sort of, not forced, but in some ways, isolation, quiet time, introspection, that I otherwise wouldn't have understood? And
Right.
can we bring that into our day-to-day lives in
Yes,
a new way?
Yes,
you
it's
know,
a great question.
Yeah.
You know, and it really makes one begin to think about what sort of are the inner essential components of who we are. Because compassion, where does that come from? And yet we all feel good about it. We all say, wow,
Yeah.
you know, I feel, I'm really concerned about those people on the boats who can't get in, you know, who have coronavirus. And that goes to my heart. My heart is really hurt because of it. That's where compassion comes from. It comes from the heart. And so, you know, if we learn or start to absorb some of those more inner and deeply held, this is where, you know, the inner deeper is love, and the inner deeper is compassion, and the inner deeper is concern for people. Care, yeah. Yeah, so that's why, to the extent that we use any of our time now to learn that, you know, to go in deeper through meditation, I don't know of any other tool that really can get you that far in, because you've got to go way in.
Yeah, I guess willingness to take a look is also a big piece, you know, because, you know, a lot of things I'd rather not look at.
Yeah. Right,
But,
and the meditation technique that we grew up with was called Sarge Mark, Natural Path, and is now called Heartfulness. You know, and it's a good one. There's lots of them, but it just happens to be a pretty good one to help you do what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think the important thing is to be willing to look at things in a new way, because we're going to have to, no matter what. Circumstances will
Yes.
require us to do that. So, how can we contribute?
Right.
Value added.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And, how can we feel all those things that really matter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, nice talking to you today too.